So before I begin the final reveal of my completed kit, I am going to do a little bit of an unbagging boxing type video because I really do not want to use the stand that is holding it right now. I want to use a different stand, and I went to Gundam and picked up this guy, the Action Base Mini, and I kind of like this V-shaped support thing. Well, the Mini was designed specifically for not only high grades, but more like for SD kits. You get two of these, so cool that you get two, and not just an entire bag for one. I believe this is around, yen is 420, clearly you're going to be paying more than $5, but let's open this up and prepare this. There we go. So the instructions, we're going to use one, put the other one away. 3 parts, interesting. And clearly there's some connections there, so you can link them together with other kits. Do a little, a little display stand action. Alright. Whoops. So the initial will be this here on the ground. Then we have this part here, which can be put on any hole. And then you have this part that can be put on this, or you take it apart using your nail and increasing the height adjustments so it's easier to pose, and depending on the size of the kit. I think this is fine because no, actually we'll do it this way. Yeah, I don't know if we can go as high. Yeah, it can, but then you don't have that much of a, it's a little wobbly, so leave it this way for now. So there you have it. The mini stand is complete. Oh, you can actually curve it. Alright, not bad. Cool. Cool to know. Let me prepare this kit so you guys can see this on this stand. Well, tried a little bit of experimentation, a little bit of customization, and I think the results will speak for itself once I reveal. But if there was ever a contest of, building a custom IBO grunt suit that was not my contest but somebody else, this would have been my entry. This is, of course, the Burst Rowdy. And turn it around so you guys can see this. I've painted it. I did a few top coats here and there. I decaled it, as you can see. And I gave it a weathering wash and cleaned it up a bit. And there it is, the Burst Rowdy, now fully complete. Let's take a closer look here. Here's the detail of the legs. The camo pattern, I wouldn't say camouflage, but more of the, I would consider like war paint pattern. Came out alright. There's the stripes. There's the chest plate that I created there. There's the head. And as you can see in the head area, I've used a specific type of decal. There are the arms and the machine guns. I decided to give it the melee weapons because during combat I'm thinking, you know, after it runs out of rounds it's not going to have anything else, so I gave it the sword and the axe, the hammer chopper, or the chopper hammer. I gave it good metallic detail look on all the charcoal parts because, to tell you the truth, being all charcoal, brand new, and not to clash with the weathering look to it, didn't come out, you know, didn't look suitable for me. Decided to give it 08 for the month of August. Give it some decals there on the thrusters. There's the rear turret, which of course this thing broke. God damn it! These little things are so thin. Let me just turn it around here. Ah! Alright, turn that way so I can hold it up. There we go. So here's the back area of all the thrusters, and I even painted the butt thrusters. So yeah, that came out pretty cool, like that. And so, you know, the decals that I've used was the IBO decals. So you could see there the actual the unit ID of the mech, which is of the mole suit, which is UGYR41. Put decals on the shoulders, on the forearms, a little bit on the leg, around someplace. Oh, in the back, because some of the decals did not match well. And it had a lot of numbers, a lot of symbols, especially like Galahorn and stuff like that. Families. So I didn't want to put a family crest on this. The crest looks great, but since this is more of a, you know, a mole suit that was used by pirates and organizations, don't think Galahorn would have, you know, purchased these types of mole suits during their combat, during the years of them, you know, for enforcing their rule. But there you go. And there you go. Now, for the effect on the metal, I used True Metal, where I took a brush, I applied heavily amount of it on the brush, but then of course I cleaned it up with a tissue paper, and then I began, you know. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to get this connected. There we go. I was passing on like that just to get that effect. Some parts got oversaturated, so I used a little bit of thinner. Enamel thinner works well, removing the excess amount. So that I used. I used a combination of both the IBO decals. So I used number 1 and number 2, like as you see there. I was going to use more decals, but then you pretty much won't be able to see it. I mean, like right now you see there's a decal there on the waist unit. Oh God, I made a mistake here. You know what? I'm gonna have to try to fix this. I put a decal on this, on the waist unit, and I didn't see it. Let me repair that. It's right here, this little red circle that you could see. I thought I said, wait a minute, what happened? Did it come off? So I put that there. There we go. I'll put that there. Now that matches. And that fell off, of course. You think with the amount of paint this thing was going to hold. It holds, just it holds a little weird, that's all. Again, I did an 08 number, so I put the 08 symbol on the binder here and the binder there. That little red circle thing, I kind of liked it, so I put it right here in the appropriate hole. You can see there, right there. So that came out nice. And then of course the eyes, the infamous Tekadon eyes. I said that would be great up there. I was gonna put it like right in between where the visor is in there, and maybe I should have covered that up, but I decided not to. Using the Molotov chrome pens, I obviously painted the thrusters, but I also painted the little thruster that's in here. All I had to do was just push it in, and I covered it. The back thrusters, which you can't see, is all the way back there. Maybe let me see if I could do it without the whole thing falling apart. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because I don't want this thing to fall apart on me. So I put that there. Just held it in, take it out, and it's there because this pen is amazing. You definitely want to invest in getting something like this. Obviously the thrusters and the backpack came out really good. Look at that. And clearly I can do this if you want, so you can see that. This is total badass. Total badass. Actually, let me flip this around because this thing's going to fall backwards anyway. There we go. They should make a stand where it doesn't wobble. Just figure that out. So, final thoughts. Good first attempt on a cool... I wouldn't say... This is not scratch building. This is kit bashing. Kit bashing, all, you know. Scratch building... Basically, you're building something from scratch, and I don't see I did anything like that, other than gluing on the backpack to the torso, which, of course, people say, why did I glue it? Why didn't I just paint it first and then reglue it? Well, as I said before, I was drilling holes, but the holes did not match well, and I made one bigger than the other, so the whole thing was like that. So I said, you know what, I'll just glue it on because at least I know the position of it. And, you know, painting it was no big deal. I just mask it off and you're done. How many people already glued kits together and they masked it off after painting? Everybody does it. Yet when, you know. So the concept of that was good. The concept of me connecting the forearms to the guns, also good. The only thing was that I should have tightened up one of the arms. It's a little too loose. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Binder wise, of course, on the legs, I wish. Unfortunately, I had to glue that one because I didn't have the tool to figure out how to create a connector. Learning process, guys. This is all learning. We're all learning something new, and clearly, I want to apply what I learned here to my next series of builds in the future. And I kind of like how, you know, the shoulder turrets came out, considering the fact that it's in an angle. It's a stupid angle, you know. You can't put it up, you can't put it side. It has to be in an angle like that. So that's fine. I wish I could have easily turned it forward, so all forward machine guns. Maybe you can do it in a specific way, but basically I built a build fighter kit. Yeah, this is a build fighter kit. But it came out really good. Granted, the man Rowdy is not the most articulate mobile suit out there. It's a stubby little mobile suit that has great mobility. And this is basically a space type unit. So in combat, it fires its cannons, and you know, going really fast, doing hit and run attacks, and then once it runs out of ammo, it ditches both guns, and then switch over to melee units and melee weapons and starts hacking and slashing. There you go. And then of course gets out of combat if it needs to. So the burst Rowdy is now complete. It's good, it's nice. It's not 100% perfect because I found some things that I made a mistake on. Again, it's all a learning process. It's all learning. But I'm done. I'm completely done with this guy. and I like it. I like how it came out, and I have an idea for a future kit. Not the one that I'm building right now for Gunpla Builders World Cup, but you know, something that I will look at and say, I could easily do something a little bit better next time. So this is my contribution to my own contest, obviously, the Summer Gunpla Custom Contest 2017. Today is August 18th, 2017. You guys now literally have 13 days to finish up your custom builds of your grunt suits. Doesn't have to be this. It could be whatever you want. Remember, Gunpla is freedom. And once I start receiving all your entries and of course all your completed builds, I will begin reviewing them, studying them, and then 10 days afterwards I will prepare a video where me and a good friend of mine will review each one, and we will of course announce who the winner is. So thank you guys all for watching this cool little build of this cool little kit, and what can I say but stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. You guys all have a great